When it comes to delivering flowers for life's special occasions, trust the name that's been setting the standard for nearly 50 years, 1-800-Flowers.com. From breathtaking bouquets to one-of-a-kind arrangements, 1-800-Flowers is your authority on quality blooms. Always fresh, always stunning, always delivered with care. And right now, for a limited time, you can save up to 40% off your bouquet and make someone's day. Save up to 40% off today at 1-800-Flowers.com/podcast. That's 1-800-Flowers.com/podcast.
You're listening to Kempire here on the Kempire Radio Network. Fans of The Real Housewives of Potomac have been waiting to hear what Gizelle, Bryant, and regular Robyn Dixon, had to say about the recent arrest of their co-star, Wendy Osefo, and her husband, Eddie Osefo. Before we get to this Real Housewives of Potomac, Wendy Osefo and Eddie Osefo update, reminder, we are raising money for Breast Cancer Awareness Month here on the channel. We are so close to our goal of $3,000 for Black Women's Health Imperative. Please be reminded that 100% of your donation goes to the organization. So please donate what you can. Share this video with other people that can donate as well. If you did not know, we were live earlier today for our Real Housewives of Potomac recap, and I gave you an update, a full update in regards to Eddie Osefo has finally hired an attorney that has been in the news before for the Monica Lewinsky and Bill Clinton trial of it all, and some other high-profile cases. So he has asked also for a separate trial from Wendy. Doesn't seem like they're throwing each other under the bus either, because they were in each other's comments when he was promoting this pop-up, and I'll show it to you here as well. He was promoting this pop-up for Happy Eddie, and Wendy was in the comment section bigging him up, and he responded to her with a heart emoji and the infinity symbol. So it seems like they are riding with each other. So that's the latest update that I have in regards to their criminal case that they're facing. But so many people have been waiting to hear what Gizelle and what other cast members or former cast members have felt about this recent arrest. And I told you some tea, if you've been following the channel, in regards to what I've been hearing from behind the scenes. But we also saw that cameras were back up the day that Wendy was arrested and released. And they were up at Ashley's singing event. And Ashley made jokes about this, saying that she's there creating melodies and others are catching felonies. And she made some other comments saying that they've been new, they've always known. And we're like, always known what? Now I feel like investigators should speak to you. What have you known? What do you mean you've always known? Well, Tamara Judge alleged that one of the neighbors, one of Wendy Osefo's neighbors, allegedly reached out to her and said when they heard about the burglary, they immediately thought insurance fraud. Reminder, when Wendy was on Gabbing with Gib, she said that in the 20-year history of this neighborhood, there has never been a burglary. I also remind you some of the facts of the case. They alleged that Wendy and Eddie orchestrated this burglary last year, and according to the ADT system, there was no activity the night of the burglary. There was no activity on the Ring camera, any suspicious activity. They didn't find any sort of debris from the roof that the burglar apparently came in. They didn't find any debris in the actual area. They alleged that 15 of the alleged stolen items that they were claiming were found during the search and seizure. I've already told you in an update that Wendy and Eddie are accusing the police department of an illegal arrest in regards to the charging document and so many other things. Again, be sure to check out those other videos. I go in greater detail. What you're here for, though, is to hear what Gizelle and Robyn had to say about this arrest. And dare I say, they were a lot more gracious. Not dare I say, they were a lot more gracious than Ashley Darby was. And that could be for a whole assortment of reasons. And part of me thinks that they saw everyone's reaction to how Ashley handled the situation and she wasn't gracious. And I also believe that because both of them are very measured individuals in regards to Robyn and Gizelle is a Virgo. So she's going to think something through before she actually goes ahead and does it. But they talk about this on their podcast. And this is what they had to say. So buckle up. Let's take a listen to what they had to say. I'm going to stop and go. We're doing this under fair use for research purposes and commentary. Okay? Let's take a listen to what they had to say and where they were at the time of the arrest.
Because something has happened in our lives, and it was just like,
Oh,
I don't
my.
think. So it's before the charges and after the charges. Okay, so that's where the life is. You know how it's like,
Right. Where
before
were
Trump
you when?
and after Trump, right? Yeah, right. Where? Yes. Like, where were you when Barack Obama won? Like, because you remember
Right.
that, right?
Yes, I do.
I'm forever gonna remember where I was when news broke that Wendy and Eddie had been.
I will forever remember where I was. I was in Amsterdam. I was on vacation. They're not lying about it. Where were you? Let me know in the comment section. Where were you when you found this out? And I remember the people that reached out to me at the time. Hey, Brooke. Hey, to my group friends. Hey, Tarina, aka Taria. Danielle. There were so many people were hitting me up on X. There were so many people hitting me up. And it's like, oh my goodness, if it was 12 o'clock here, it was like 5 o'clock in Amsterdam. And I was out in the street shopping. And I'm like, I really did not believe it when it first came through. I said, is this AI? I literally in my head, I said, is this AI? Because I did not believe, especially seeing this mugshot. I was like, it's with the grins on their face, Eddie looking high. I really thought this was AI. I did not believe it.
Arrested. Yeah.
Arrested, in jail, mugshot. Like, I will forever remember where I was.
I will forever remember that. Okay, so where were you? And I'll tell you where I was.
Okay.
I
So-
want you to guess where I was, but
You were in bed.
I was on the couch.
Without Juan? I had to. Look, I had to. Sorry.
Okay.
Sidebar. Never mind. I'm going to leave it alone.
Even better.
Even better.
Okay. So
Being a couch potato.
Yes, I love the couch. I love the
Yes.
couch. Okay. So I had decided to wash my hair, of all things,
Yeah.
right? So I'm in the shower. I'm washing my hair. I'm enjoying myself. The water is hot. Life is good. I hear my phone exploding, like ringing, bzz, bzz, ringing. Like, and I'm like, oh.
Anyone else keep their phone on silent? So I was not getting rings. I was definitely getting notifications on my watch, but I have everything off.
All of my men are trying to contact me. Oh,
Yes.
like,
they
oh,
miss
yes.
you.
Yeah. So I get out the shower and I see, like, you've called me or you've texted me, one of the two.
I think I called you. Yeah.
I'm picking up the phone. Ashley calls.
Mhm.
So I'm like, she says, Carl, is your phone explode? I said, yes. She said, Wendy and Eddie. I said, what, divorce? She was
Right.
like, no, jail. I said, what?
What? Right. What?
So then I immediately opened.
And I get that reaction. I think that's all of our reaction because the last person on this cast that you thought would have gone to jail would have been Wendy. Who's the first person you would have thought? Ashley, maybe. I'm like, that's the first thought that came to mind, Ashley. I'm sorry, Ashley. There's no offense to you, but I would have thought Ashley before Wendy.
Instagram to see these mugshots, and I'm like, oh my God.
Yes.
My God. My God.
My
Okay,
God.
where were you? Where were you?
So I was on the couch
Yes.
and, I was watching my morning shows and my
Without Juan.
phone just started dinging. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't pick up my phone right away, but it just kept happening. Cause sometimes it's you get all these junk mail messages and stuff, but I just kept getting ding, 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 ding. And I looked at the phone and it was former castmates texting and former producers texting and, and I'm like, what is going
Everybody.
on? I saw that picture. I was like, what?
When you say former castmates, NECA?
On earth?
Charisse?
What? I mean, that was the biggest. It was so shocking just
It was
to
shocking.
see their mug shots. And then it was kind of weird because the mug shots were a little sinister looking.
Well, why is Wendy laughing? Why is Wendy laughing?
Right. Why is there a smirk? Okay, so my thinking is she probably was okay, well, I don't want my mugshot to look I want to at least smile in my mugshot, but I think
Okay.
maybe they didn't
Did you think that maybe she was thinking long term? Because there's so many housewives with mugshots and some that are iconic and like, oh my God, they look beautiful. Not that I aspire to ever have any sort of mugshot. I don't care. But then I'm not a housewife. I don't think like they might think.
Catch her at the right time. Like,
Okay.
Like the DMV?
I think she was trying to smile and they just took it. Psh. Like they didn't even give her a chance to get ready. Psh.
I thought you're not supposed to show any teeth in your mugshot. I don't know. I heard someone say that before, but here we are with teeth.
Here. And then Eddie looks high. Like I was like.
As a kite.
Yes.
Happy Eddie was a happy Eddie.
Okay?
He was high on his own supply. So he looked high.
Yes.
I don't know what time of night they arrested them, but I was just like, okay, did they take them out the bed, whatever? But I was just, shocked. Like that is not something that I ever expected to see in life. Like, it's
Ever.
just, and not to say that committing crimes are beneath people, but like and then the headline, like fraud, what? So we gotta get into
fraud.
that.
Federal fraud.
Well, no, it's not federal. These are
it's
state
not?
charges. They're state charges.
No. Or wish Carly was here. I think it's federal.
It's not. It's the
Because
state of
it's not-
Maryland. Because
No, it's not. We're gonna check. Let's do some research.
Insurance fraud, but it's it's the state of Maryland versus whatever, Wendy Osefo,
Okay.
Eddie
Okay.
Osefo. And so,
Okay, I'm gonna look it up.
so when the story first came out, and by the way, people, we're talking about this today because we had already
They know.
recorded.
They know.
I don't know. Gizelle, do you know how many people were messaging me and us like, oh, y'all just not going to.
People were asking me. I'm like, I don't work with them. I don't know why they haven't spoken about it. I wasn't sure if they were. I mean, I figured they were going to speak about it. But again, I don't know the schedule. And I also don't listen to their podcast.
Talk about Wendy. Y'all just going to be quiet. Y'all just going to stay quiet.
Yeah.
And I'm like, so.
You're right.
So by the
They're
way,
not federal. They're not federal. You're right. Yeah.
Right. I would
Okay.
think they would be federal as well, but maybe that's to come. I don't know. But just people like we had pre-recorded 2 episodes of Reasonably Shady on that Thursday. And then Friday is when the news of the arrest hit. So we missed it. So now we're here and we got to talk about it because that's what we do. We talk about stuff. All right. So anyway, when the story first came out, it was just very vague. It was like they were arrested for fraud. And I'm like, well, what does that mean? What did they do? And there was no details. Like, okay, like what kind of fraud? What is it related to? And so, I put my little thinking cap on and I immediately was like because everyone was like, what is it? And I was like, y'all, I think it's related to this robbery that they had at their house.
Right.
And so I went to the Maryland case search. I looked up the case. I saw that.
Wait. Okay. For the record, Robyn's gonna do the research. Gonna do the research. Just want y'all to know this.
I'm gonna figure it out. I want to.
This is the one time I'm like, okay, she's tapping into finally being an Aries. Like, because I love an Aries woman. I'm surrounded by Aries women. I was like, this is the first time I'm like, okay, these are the moments that I'm like, okay, this is the Robyn that I think is an Aries.
I'm like, let me find the facts. So I went to Maryland case search, found the case, and then I saw the dates where it was like the charges were related to certain dates, and it was all in like April 2024. And so then I was like, then I went to Google and I was like, Wendy Osefo house robbed, and that came up, and it was in April of 2024. I was like, okay, so this is related to their house, the robbery at their house. So I put it together before TMZ told the world what it was about.
Right.
But anyway, first I want to say I am highly shocked, surprised, and disappointed.
Totally.
Sidebar, I just realized the name of this episode is Scandal in Potomac-ish because she's not in Potomac. She is in Carroll County, which is very, very far. They said it was like an hour and a half, maybe longer from Potomac to where Wendy lives. But we already knew that. They've made jokes about that over the last few seasons.
By these charges,
I'm disappointed. I'm so disappointed.
Yeah, if everything that is in these documents is true, so of course you're guilty and innocent until proven guilty. But if everything in these charging documents is true, I'm highly disappointed. And then I just have so many questions, like why? Yeah.
I have to say, I think we all have some of the similar questions that both Robyn and Gizelle have here.
Why do we feel the need to do this?
Why?
Yeah.
That is my biggest question. Like I immediately thought, first of all, huge disappointment, sad, right? Because this is so sad for their children, guilty or innocent. Their parents were removed from their house and brought down to a police station and charged. They have mugshots. That is, I'm sure, super scary for their children.
Yeah.
So sad. But like, why? Surely not. In my mind,
And was it worth it? If these allegations are true, was it worth it for 20-something thousand? I mean, they were aiming for $400-something thousand from their insurance providers, but they only ended up getting $20-something thousand. Was $20-something thousand worth what potentially is going to happen if they're convicted of these charges?
like, this can't be for materialistic things. Like, you don't.
I mean, what else is it for, though? Because it was highly intentional, highly planned.
It should be noted, and they don't mention this, but it should be noted the motivation that prosecution and the police believe here was because both Eddie and Wendy allegedly were in severe debt. And this was probably one of the ways that they were probably use the money to pay off some of that debt. Both of them have multiple degrees. Both of them have 4 degrees. So.
And not well thought out, but thought out.
Yeah.
So like I saw a clip where she was kind of like talking about how well Happy Eddie is doing. So it makes me think like, okay, well, was that a exaggeration? Like, was that not the truth? I don't know. But it's also like.
I believe that. I mean, there's a lot of exaggeration on these reality shows, and we've been speculating, like, is Happy Eddie actually doing as well as she's claiming?
Why? And then my why questions, like, why did they think that they could get away with this? Why did they think, because I'll be honest, I watch a lot of crime shows, ID Channel.
Me too.
I watch ID Channel, American Greed, I'm all on the, assassins, anything. I could commit a crime. Like I would know what to do, to commit a crime and try to cover it up and all of that type of stuff. And I know I'm still getting caught. Like I know that there's no way I could put together the perfect crime scene based on my experience watching these shows. And I know I'm still going to get caught. Like, so I don't understand how they thought that they were going to get away with that.
She recently put out a statement, I think, or maybe her team did, about she's saying that she was, what does it say? That she was charged wrongly?
Yeah. So the lawyers, I mean, this is like typical lawyer. This is like the first step in a legal case, honestly. It's not.
Oh, this is normal.
Yeah. I mean, Karen did the same thing. She tried to get, tried to say the arrest was kind of illegal and just trying to say that they didn't follow proper procedure with the arrest and with certain things. Yeah. This is typical legal procedure. The lawyer is going to do everything they can just to get the case thrown out on anything, on a technicality.
Okay. So I got you.
Yeah.
I got you. Because people were saying, I didn't really understand it.
Let me find out that Robyn could have been a lawyer. They say that about Aries. A lot of them end up being lawyers or could have been lawyers.
And I read I was looking at the comments or whatever, because at this point in time, I run to the comments so fast because I'm just like, explain this to me, y'all.
Right.
And people were like, why isn't she saying she was innocent? Why isn't she saying she was innocent? So as opposed to, I want I wasn't processed properly, right?
Right. Yeah. I think I think, I'm not a lawyer, but I think as a lawyer, that's probably their first line of defense to say, you know what? Let's just try to get these charges thrown out on a technicality. Boom. And then that's it, because that, number one, will save you tons of money and lawyer fees and all of that type of stuff. So I think that's just like their first attempt at trying to like get the case thrown out. I don't think it really, I'm not sure. I don't think it really has legs. Karen did attempt the same thing, and we see what happened with her.
Okay. I forgot that Karen did that. I totally forgot.
Yeah.
But we can safely say at this point, because we lived this with Karen, even though Karen's situation was like completely different. We lived this with Karen. Nothing happens to us as in individuals, castmates on the show in a vacuum. Like we all go through it. Meaning people, I'm out in the streets these days and everybody's walking up to me like, oh yeah, your castmate's a criminal. Your castmate's a criminal. And I'm like, guys, stop it. I went to the dentist. This man don't even watch the show. And he's in my mouth. I'm getting the filling redone. He's like, your castmate's a criminal. I'm like, my God, like, stop. Like, stop.
No,
like,
it's this. Like,
unprofessional.
This is like huge news, I think, because maybe the audacity of it. You know what I mean? It's like for people who don't even watch the show, it's like, well, I mean, it's a salacious headline. Housewife is arrested. Housewife and her husband is arrested. And then when you kind of like read into it, it's like, it's just so bold. Yeah. I was like going to get my mail and my neighbors are stopping me. And so it's like, you do feel for the kids because all the kids in their school know about it or heard about it when their parents, hearing their parents talk about it and stuff like that. So,
everybody. Now, and I kind of wanted to, when you say her and Eddie, I'm so damn crazy. I kind of wanted to be like, just for Wendy's sake, because I do like Wendy. You have your own thoughts, but I do like Wendy. And I wanted to be like, this was all Eddie. This was all Eddie. Eddie did this. I wanted to tell the people it was all Eddie. But I can't even say that.
No.
I'm just like, this is so,
I know. It don't look good. It's not good.
Listen, did you see any snippets of that press conference? I saw snippets of that press conference.
I saw the whole thing. Yes.
Oh, damn.
I saw the whole thing.
And we played the whole thing for you guys here on the channel.
Okay, I didn't have time for the whole thing. But from what I saw, they were like excited. They were like, we got them. I'm like, what is happening?
And a lot of people say the reason why the county is reacting that way is because this is a very high-profile case. They know that they're dealing with high-profile people that are on television, and this is the most news or controversy this particular area has had.
Well, okay, you know what? So I know a lot of people were kind of like, damn, like they had to do a press conference, like thinking that it was like, that they were kind of like coming after them personally.
Yeah.
My thought process, I always try to think things through, is that they were probably getting bombarded with press requests, calls, people asking for information. And they probably like, you know what?
Gizelle was. So if I was, they were.
Yeah, exactly. So that was my thought process. Like, I don't think they're like, yeah, we got him. Like, let's go run to the, have this press conference. I think
look at Robyn being reasonable, and I guess Gizelle's the shady one.
It was more so like, you know what, we getting all this attention. Let me just address it all in one setting. That's my assumption.
Because honestly, the press conference didn't really tell us anything new. Especially if you saw all of the information that came out from it, we really didn't learn anything necessarily new from it.
I do want to say, a lot of people are hung up on like the insurance claim, which number one, I just thought was not really smart to try to file $450,000 in insurance. That's a red flag for any insurance company. Like they're definitely going to do their due diligence and, look into it because that's a lot of money. And I think insurance companies, it's their responsibility to investigate. I'm more caught up on staging the robbery. That's what I'm caught up on. Like, dang, like y'all really were like running through, going around your house, making the place look disheveled and taking stuff out of it. And like, where'd you put the stuff?
I'm stuck on that too. We talked about this when this news broke. I said, and also, did you tell your children that there was a burglary? So now they're also feeling scared about it. I'm wondering because the kids had to see when the police came there when you guys returned from Jamaica.
Put it in a U-Haul. Did you put it in a storage locker? Like that's the part that I'm like caught up on. Like, damn.
Yeah, where did you put those items? Were those items always there?
Like,
Yeah.
really, y'all really did that. If, what the police are saying is true. Like, I'm like, whoa. And then just not really thinking it through and thinking that the police are going to just go with the story of, oh yeah, someone came through this unlocked window, but there's no traces of any type of like disturbance in the yard or on the deck or in the bathroom, like no trace of dirt, no trace of the roof pebbles and stuff like that. Like,
yeah.
I know
because I don't mean to cut you off. In the defense of the police, that's their job. Their job is to do the work. Their job is to do the DNA. Their job is to sweep it all. The ID and the CSI and all those shows. They show you how they sweep it. They figure it out.
They retrace the steps of a would-be robber. And so if you have someone coming through your window on the second floor and they went back out that window, you're telling me they took 57 items out the window and like there's no just
Wait a minute. Where'd you get 57 from?
That's how many items they claimed.
And 15 of them were found. And I appreciate Robyn doing her homework. I can't confirm. I don't recall the amount that they claimed. However, 15 of those items that they claimed that were stolen were still in the home.
I can't. 57?
Yes.
I thought it was 15. I thought it was...
No, the 57. No, the 15 when the police came to arrest them and they did a search warrant, they found 15 items that were on the insurance claim in their house. That's the 15.
Yes, I knew that. Okay. They claimed 57 items?
Yes.
Yeah,
that's why I'm
any insurance company is going to be like, ma'am.
Right.
Ma'am.
That's okay.
And don't forget, one of the items that they claimed, Wendy was pictured on social media. The anniversary ring was pictured with her on social media after the burglary.
If someone really broke in your house and they took some things and you like padded, like you put like 4 extra items on there.
Because that's what people do. Wait. That's what people do, and I'm not mad at that. Not mad.
Look, again, for those that are listening to this with us, I have to give them credit. Unlike Ashley not being gracious and making a joke of this, and yes, you hear them laugh and you giggle about certain things. We did too when we first reported this. But they're still giving grace. I have to give them credit. They're still giving grace.
I'm not mad.
No, not mad.
If you say, oh, oops, my rope.
I will say this, though. After covering this story, if God forbid I ever had an issue like this, I ain't padding nothing. It's going to be down to the T. What I can recall, I'm actually missing. I ain't trying to mess with the insurance companies and jail time.
Lex fell off in the ocean. I'm not mad. I'm not mad.
I'm not mad at that.
But that's why I'm like, this is the part where I'm like, the why comes to like, why did y'all think y'all were going to get away with this? Because it was so bold. It was the robbery that does not look like a robbery. The 3 claims with.
And this goes back to what fans don't necessarily like about Wendy, and it's the fact that she feels like she's better, or she holds herself like she's better than everyone else. This is what I'm saying. I'm not saying this is necessarily how I feel about Wendy, but this is what a lot of people have been saying. And if I take the psychology of that, if she really thinks that she's the smartest person in the room, it wouldn't shock me where they think that they're smarter than police.
3 different insurance companies of duplicate of the same items. It's the enormous amount that you're claiming. It's the returning the items, like claiming return. I mean, it's just like, why would you think you would get away with this? I don't understand.
50s, I'm blown at the 57. Now, I do want to say, housewives, people on television, anybody that's a public figure, are we targeted? For sure. Are we...
I don't know that I wouldn't use the word targeted. I think people are just, their eyes are going to be more aware.
Yeah,
and
that's
also
like a target, right?
Right, but also think about this. Where they live, Carroll County, there's not a lot of break-ins and not a lot of crimes. There was never break-ins in their neighborhood. So the cops are going to they're going to research, they're going to investigate, they're going to do their due diligence and make sure like, oh shoot, do we have a problem here? We want to keep our community safe.
Yeah.
So, you can't just say someone came through my window and they really didn't. Like, you just can't make that up, because these people are going to freak out.
I'm dead on 57. I'm dead on 57.
I know. I'm sure the whole neighborhood was freaked out. But yes, back to what you're saying. Housewives, I don't want to say they're targeted, but they have more eyeballs on them. So people are going to definitely...
They have more eyeballs. They see what we wear. They see what we have. They see what's in our house. And to be honest with you, I'm going to say that for the past, I don't know, 3-4 seasons, I have not allowed cameras in my closet for that reason. Because people take screenshots. They open it up. They're like, ooh, I see that bag. I see that bag. You just make yourself a target unnecessarily.
Which now makes me go back to when Nene lost it, when cameras started to go in her closet and she yanked the man. I'm wondering if it's that, not necessarily that it was messy, that she doesn't want them to film in her closet anymore. Oh.
And, I know Dorit is like, how I get in this. Everybody's now talking about Dorit and Kyle because they've gotten their house broken into. But if in knowing that, if you use that to say, okay, this might be an opportunity, that is a problem.
Mm-hmm. Right. Yes. To say, okay, like this will be believable because it's happening elsewhere or because we are targeted.
Yes.
I don't know. The only thing, okay.
I sped this up a little bit because I do feel like a lot of what they're saying about this is something that you guys want to hear my commentary on.
I'm sorry, I'm about to say something stupid. The only way this robbery actually happened is if the robbers from the Louvre, how do you say it? The Louvre?
The Louvre.
Yeah, the Louvre. If the Louvre robbers were the ones that did it. Like, they're the only ones that could pull it off, okay? But anyway.
Because them Louvre robbers were bad.
Woo!
I mean, 7 minutes.
And they went and got the jewels. They got the goods.
Right. They got what? Like 3 things? Like the crown? I think a necklace?
A big necklace, like emeralds and diamonds.
Yes.
And
yes.
I mean, these things are hundreds of years old. I'm sorry. I diverted. I just thought about that.
We digress. It was not the Louvre robbers, okay, that robbed Wendy and Eddie. It was not, okay?
It wasn't?
And we do want to say, to protect ourselves, and until proven guilty. We want to put that out there, okay? And we hope, for the sake of everyone involved, innocent, right? But, when they do charge you, they do their homework before they charge you.
Mm-hmm.
I hate the fact, but I mean, we have all seen on Instagram and on social media the emails between Eddie and Wendy. It don't look good.
Mm-mm.
And wait a minute. The first TMZ report, it was like Kamala Harris, she's in, and Wendy's in Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, the same sorority that Kamala Harris is in. And I'm like, how does sorority get involved in it?
Right. What?
And somebody, I was like, if y'all don't keep AKA out of this, I was like, whoa, AKA don't have nothing to do with this.
Keep everyone out of this.
Neither does the former vice president of the United States.
Like, what?
Okay? Like, keep them out of this. And you know what? Let's be clear. Like, Eddie might have a future in like Sad Eddie. We had Happy Eddie. Now we might have Sad Eddie. Like Sad Eddie would sell. That would sell.
No, it will not. I want none of that. No, none of that.
Sad Eddie gummies? That might have legs.
No, that has 0 legs. No.
Wait, and if he puts the weight, he could put the picture, his mugshot picture on it. Like,
oh my God. Oh my God.
Because Eddie was just kite in that mugshot. I'm sorry, Eddie. Love you. He's still a kite, sir.
He still looked happy in his mugshot though. Those pictures.
This is the thing. I promise you, Wendy and I have had our ups and downs, highs and lows over the years. Everyone knows that. But I have always loved and respected Eddie for sure. Like, I'm like, Eddie? No, not Eddie.
I know. And he's a lawyer at that. Like, come on, lawyer. You know that what you're doing is illegal. And not only is it illegal, but the way you're doing it, you're going to get caught. Like, I just go back to why. Why did they feel the need to do it? And why do they think they would get away with it? I need y'all, listen, her friends and castmates, y'all need to get to work. And
to do what? What do you want us to do? What are we doing?
Ask her those questions. Get to the bottom of it.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, I don't have any other question but why. Like, just why? Like, why?
Yeah.
Why?
That was basically Robyn telling them to get to work, meaning you need to ask the questions. You need to hold her accountable. Very much like what they were trying to do with Karen. I don't feel like they were very successful with that. And I think Wendy's going to give them exactly like, it's a legal matter. I can't talk about this. And it is a serious legal matter.
I just want to know why. And make me understand, walk me through it. Because, Wendy, I know is a wonderful mother. I know she would never do anything to like jeopardize her being a mother to her children. I can 100% say that. So
yeah. So that's the part where it's like, I can't make it make sense. But and then I do have to wonder, like, was there a need or pressure to have so many material things? I don't know, like that you go to this extent. I still can't make that make sense. Like, is this a materialistic, are they driven by materialistic things, or was there like some deeper issues? I don't know, but
or like, let's say they have, family in Nigeria that they want to send money to. I don't know. Make it make sense. But like, just for materialistic things, to me, makes zero sense.
Yeah. And then you have to wonder, like, okay, well, is this the first time that this has been done? Because it just seems so far-fetched to do it at this point in their lives when she's been on a reality show for so long, and, Eddie has this successful business. So it's like, okay, if you have to do this now, maybe what were you doing before? I don't know. Like, I'm just...
Not Robyn asking the good questions. This is why some people speculate that they want Robyn to come back. And when I say they, meaning the audience, are saying, like, bring Robyn back because of this. Because these are valid questions.
I don't know. And then to think there's two highly educated people that agreed to do this. Like, I know if one came to me and was like, Robyn, I gotta get rich quick scheme. Let's do it. I'm like, oh hell no. Hell,
you like, play it.
No.
Come on.
Right. Hell no.
And that's what I've been saying about Wendy and Eddie of all, because I know some people blame Wendy, some people blame Eddie. And I was like, either one, I don't care whose lame scheme this was. The other should have pulled them by the bootstraps and say, no.
The fact that like both of them did it together and knowing that they know better is like, I don't understand. So
yeah. In the words of Karen, they will be vindicated. Do you think they'll be vindicated?
Well, they hope they'll be vindicated.
They'll be vindicated very much like how Karen was vindicated.
And like I said, hopefully they didn't commit this crime, but it's not very smart.
Okay, on another note, I have
I don't know. I don't know what they thought or why they thought that they were going to get away with this particular... If the allegations are true, we have to say that. If the allegations are true, if the details of what they've alleged against the Osefos are true, it wasn't a very smart plan. And as Robyn was just saying, even she would have a better plan. And even if she had a better plan, she knows that she's going to get caught. We're going to continue to follow this. As I said to you before, we had an update in regards to Eddie finally confirming who his attorney is going to be. They have two separate attorneys. They want two separate trials. We're going to be following this to see if this even goes to trial. And no word on whether or not they're going to take a plea deal. Based on some of the information that you guys have been providing, taking a plea deal does not benefit them, especially in the long term. So we shall see. As I've said before, the Osefos have released a statement. I'll remind you what they've said in their statement. They have said in their statement that Dr. Wendy Osefo and her husband, Edward Osefo, are back home safely with their family and in good spirits. They are grateful for the outpouring of concern and support from friends, fans, and colleagues. The Osefos, alongside their legal team, look forward to their day in court. At this time, they respectfully ask for privacy as they focus on their family and legal processes ahead. As you also know, they've taken to social media and with their Bible scriptures and things like that. I said the only reason why you see Wendy on social media was because it's a contractual obligation she has to do to promote Real Housewives of Potomac. Guys, let's continue this conversation in the comment section. Don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to turn on your notifications so you never miss out on breaking news when we go live or when we upload. And don't forget, we are also raising money for Black Women's Health Imperative in honor of Breast Cancer Awareness Month. So if you can, please donate what you can. 100% of your donation goes to the organization. We are still continuing to pray for everyone affected by Hurricane Melissa as well. Prayers up for Jamaica and every other Caribbean island that's in Melissa's path. Thanks for tuning in to Kempire here on the Kempire Radio Network. Don't forget to give us 5 stars on Apple Podcasts and on Spotify. And for more information on the podcast, head on over to KempireRadio.com.